Hey, welcome back to Home Organizing for Beginners. Maybe you aren't able to really put words to how you want to feel when you walk into your house. Maybe you know how you don't want it to feel. Like right now, it feels chaotic and messy and frustrating, and you're just overwhelmed thinking about how you feel when you walk into your house. And maybe the words that you want to use to describe how you feel when you wake up in the morning or when you walk into your home, and how you want other people to feel too, your family, your friends, anybody that comes to visit. You want to feel at peace. You want a peaceful home. You really want to be able to find true peace and joy within your home, right? It's possible. It is not elusive. And today I am going to share with you the 3 things you have to do to really find that true peace and joy in your home. We are going to dive right in, and I'm going to start with number 1. Number 1 is putting your blinders on. You have to put your blinders on. Our society, our culture tells us how our home should look. And if you're a good mom, you have a nice, neat, orderly home and you're organized. And our society is telling us right now that minimalism, get rid of your stuff. Why do you have so much stuff? If you don't have room for it, just get rid of it. If it doesn't spark joy or if it doesn't make you happy, get rid of it. But for me, and I think you're like I am, that feels overwhelming. Like society is telling us all of these things, and sometimes it's conflicting, right? So when you are looking around, you're looking to the right, you're looking to the left, your friend, her house is completely organized, or you have family who seem to always have everything together. And then you compare yourself to them, or you're looking at something on Pinterest or TikTok, whatever the case may be, and you are like, oh my gosh, I really wish my house looked like that. Or, oh my gosh, I just wish that I had everything together like that mom does. Or, why do they have that nice house? Why can't I have something like that? You guys, comparison is the thief of joy. It will steal your joy every single time because you are not content. It causes discontent, if you will. Okay, so put your blinders on. Step number 1, or thing number 1, put your blinders on. Comparison is the thief of joy in every aspect of life. Number 2, you can be an organized person. All right. So if this is something, if something you have heard is that, well, you just have to be born a certain way to be organized, like you're born organized or you're not. That is not true. You can learn how to be organized, but you need to learn in a way that works for you, right? It has to consider you, your season of life, your family, your kids, your home. Do you see what I'm saying here? You can be an organized person, but you have to consider yourself before you consider what everybody else thinks you should be doing. So now this may sound a little conflicting in your brain, and I don't mean to do it, but I do have a program called Home Organizing for Beginners. It's where I teach you how to consider yourself in the process of organizing your home. There are truly 3 steps, and only 3 steps, that every person you know or don't know that is organized, they follow these same steps. It is decluttering. I like to call it sorting because you're physically sorting through all of your things. And then the second step is to organize the things. So you've sorted through everything, you've gotten rid of what you don't want, you've donated things, you've given things away. Donate, give away, same thing, right? Anyhow, you've sorted through everything, and now you're able to put back into the space everything you're keeping in an organized manner. And in home organizing for beginners, I've said it before on this podcast, but you focus on the functionality first. That's where you are considering you, your way of life, your family, how many kids you have, how much space you have. You're able to really take everything into consideration that is specific to you. That is what I teach you to do. Okay. The third thing, and this is the thing that I think a lot of professional organizers or organizing experts out there really forget or skim over, and it drives me insane. You have to put measures in to sustain what you've done. When you focus on the functionality, you're able to put documentation together to formulate what you expect. What do you expect yourself to do in the heat of the moment? What do you expect your kids to do on a daily basis so that your home can be organized in a way that works for you and your family? Okay, so Home Organizing for Beginners is an online course, but I am with you every step of the way. I am there to answer your questions. Okay, we go through sort, organize, and sustain. These are the foundational elements to every home organizing project you will ever do in your entire life. So, thing number one was put your blinders on. Thing number two, you can be an organized person and I can help you make that happen. I have the link below for home organizing for beginners. Okay, now the third thing. This is the biggest thing. And in my life, nothing truly changed for good, if you will. My home didn't feel genuinely peaceful amidst the chaos and the mess until I grew my relationship with the Lord, until I really knew who Jesus was and that he died for me on the cross. All of my sins are forgiven. All of your sins are forgiven. So I want to share a little bit of my story. This will get real and raw, and it's kind of been a really hard thing for me to decide to do, but I really feel prompt to share this with you. Okay. So, well into my 40s, I did not have my blinders on. I was constantly comparing myself physically, mentally, emotionally. In my career, did I get far enough? Was I a manager by the time I needed to be a manager? I was really always trying to impress everybody around me. When I got married in my mid-30s, my husband and I had 3 kids over the course of about 3 years, a little more than 3 years. My youngest and my oldest are just over 3 years apart. And the whole mom thing came into play, and I didn't feel like I knew how to be a good mom, and I didn't know how to be a good wife. It was my third marriage, and it is my third marriage. We're still married. I'm just saying. So I really struggled to meet my own expectations or what I thought was expected of me as a wife and a mom. So the house was never clean enough. I worked a full-time job. The kids went to daycare. I couldn't breastfeed long enough. Everything was not enough. I made myself not enough, not good enough at anything I chose to do. And my husband always told me, he's like, you're so hard on yourself. So when I would make a mistake, I would have a meltdown. Like I would almost have an adult temper tantrum. And it was very hard. Life was very difficult for me, but I internalized everything. And when I would finally get to my boiling point, I would explode. And the hardest part of it all was that I would yell at my kids. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to get to the point where you're yelling so hard at your kids that they're crying, right? And all my kids are teenagers now, and it's been quite a few years, but I know they remember me yelling, maybe throwing things. It's embarrassing to say, but I'm sharing this out of the goodness of my heart and trying to hold back tears. because I feel so guilty. Mom guilt is a real thing, and it is something that we can learn to let go of when we develop that relationship with the Lord. And that's what changed everything for me. I hadn't really been going to church. Our kids hadn't been going to church, any of that. But I found the right church. I found the right church family for me. And if you're that lukewarm Christian and you're kind of on the edge, you believe in God, but you're not really taking any actions to grow your relationship with Him, I highly recommend that as the third thing that you do. I am more than happy to share more details of my story with you, and I think it'll come out more. This is kind of the starting point. It's very humbling, and it's just very challenging to do. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I think I'll summarize here quick the three things. Put your blinders on. Know that you can be an organized person, and I can help you out with that with the online course, Home Organizing for Beginners. The third thing is grow your relationship with the Lord. That's what I have for you guys today. I hope you have a fun and productive weekend. I'll be back here next week sharing tangible and simple instructions about home organizing, cleaning, and time management. I'll see you then.